You're watching the Isaiah Factor Uncensored.
And welcome back to the Factor Uncensored. Conservative commentator Matt Walsh is coming to the University of Houston tomorrow for a screening of his controversial film, What is a Woman? His arrival has divided the campus. The students who don't want him there believe he'll set off hateful rhetoric against transgender people on campus. The What is a Woman film is also believed to be transphobic. Take a look.
Can a man become a woman?
I'm not a woman, so I can't really answer that.
Women only know what women are.
Are you a cat?
No.
Can you tell me what a cat is? Do you want to tell us what a woman is?
As always, here on The Factor, we're sharing both sides of the story. We hear from the chairman of the Young Conservatives of Texas, who is bringing Walsh into town, and a student who plans to participate in a mass protest on campus Thursday. Our guests are here on The Factor Uncensored tonight. We have Michael Moore with the Young Conservatives of Texas, also Malachi Key. So, Michael, why was it important to bring Matt Walsh to the University of Houston for his movie, and of course to hear him speak? What was important about doing that here?
Well, it was important for us to continue to bring conservative content, conservative messaging to the University of Houston. It was a very relevant moment because Matt Walsh just debuted his brand new movie, What is a Woman? And so this is an opportunity for students and members of the community to get a chance to see the movie, to understand it. And we believe this event too will also ignite conversations around gender, around how we look at the issue, and can lead to some good dialogue.
Now, there have been protests at many university campuses where Mr. Walsh has appeared. Do you think it will lead to a problem for those who may be transgender at the University of Houston?
We certainly hope not. It's our focus to have a productive, exciting, energetic event in which attendees can ask questions, engage with Matt Walsh himself, the director of the movie, and to walk away having a better understanding of what gender is and can lead to a more productive conversation.
And Malachi Key, you are leading a protest against the screening of the movie and the guest speaker. What do you think what kind of problems do you think this will cause, if any?
So personally speaking, it's not just me leading the protest. There's a handful of different major organizers. Frankly, I have a lot of issues with some of the film's content. For one thing, I think that it's not really representative of the trans community at University of Houston. And for a lot of people that I'm familiar with in the community, many of our organizers included, it is frankly exhausting having to debate their right to exist. And it doesn't feel as much like this as a good faith participation. I don't think the film is going to produce productive conversations. I think it's more directly an attack on that community, and I don't really want that on our campus.
Whatever happened to, Malachi, open minds at college campuses and open to hearing from everyone and deciding yourself without shutting it down or censoring them?
I'm not opposed to the idea of hearing different opinions. Frankly, I think at this point, it's not something that I'm up for debate. I think that consistently opposing trans people's ability to simply exist, which is what this film is calling into question, is not something that we should have to debate. I think trans people deserve a right to live happily, and I think this is putting a damper on that, frankly.
Would you consider it a form of hate speech?
Yeah, I would say that. I think that's the majority of why we're attempting to not shut this down, just show our opposition to it. There's no need to stop the film from being put on. I think we're just showing that we don't want it here.
And Michael, what if there is someone in the audience, an individual in the audience, and of course you don't know how everyone fully thinks, but what if there's someone in the audience who is whipped up into a frenzy by this film and Mr. Walsh and does something, that may cause a problem? How do you deal with that? How do you keep that on your conscience?
Well, it's certainly our focus to keep the event productive, safe for attendees and organizers. And so we're working with university officials all of our community partners to ensure that we can continue to maintain that safe environment. And so if there is a disruption to the event, we're going to address it swiftly so that Walsh can continue to answer questions from the audience and we can continue the productive conversation.
And has there been an interest, public interest? Are people, and I'm not sure if you buy tickets or you get tickets for free, how does that work? And are you seeing an interest from students at the University of Houston?
We have seen a tremendous interest. So anyone interested can get tickets on Eventbrite. Matt Walsh, University of Houston, we're having the movie screening at 5 p.m. And then at 7 p.m., his speech will be at the Student Center Theater.
And of course, Malachi, what are some of the other groups? And I said you were leading, but you said this was a collaborative effort. What are some of the other groups that are also participating in this protest of Mr. Walsh and his film?
Officially on UH, I will say a lot of groups have chosen not to identify themselves. It's a collection of concerned students because participating in protests in this nature can put a lot of student organizations, and they don't want to appear biased, I would say. But outside of that, there's some local Houston organizations like the Screwston Anti-Fascist Committee and Space City Anarchists are also showing up because they oppose this in Houston, period. And I think it's relevant.
All right. Well, gentlemen, we thank you for your time, and we will see what happens.